live.
Live?
Well, no, not live.
Oh,
Recording. My
live.
bad.
Dude, so real quick, side note, I know we're live. Hey, welcome to the Couch on Fire podcast. That's great.
Who needs an intro? We're not bitches. Let's ride.
I had a thought, and I wanted to think of you because every time I drink coffee, I always think of you. I don't know why. I just do.
Was that fucking French press?
Maybe I don't
Was
know.
it that French press that Derek bought me?
I will say this. So, would you consider coffee a breakfast item,
No.
or would you consider it like a luxury item, or something that like, oh, I can have once.
Diesel. That's
Daddy
what
needs
I consider it.
Okay. So okay, that's fine.
I
Because
drink coffee all day.
I had this debate with. I was getting coffee this morning when I was at work, and I had this debate with someone. I always get 3 to 4 shots of espresso with heavy whipping cream.
Four
And
black eyes and some heavy cream?
oh my god, it gets me going.
That's diesel as fuck, dude.
Well, it used to be 2, but you know how addictions are. First is this, then 2 months later it's another one, then eventually I'll be at like.
Coffee's not a bad addiction to have.
It's not. I mean, honestly, some coffee is actually pretty damn good for you, I think. But
No, most coffee is really good for you. It's
Yeah.
just the sugar added shit that starts getting weird.
But yeah, I wanted to know your thoughts on the whole breakfast thing because I was talking to this coworker of mine. He was like, "Oh, I only drink coffee in the morning." And I was like, "Well, I mean, I can see that, but it's one of those things where I mean, I've had it at nighttime. I've had it whenever I just feel like I need. See, coffee makes me tired. Espresso wakes me up. That's how the effect is for me.
Oh, it's the diabetes.
It probably is.
It's your interaction with insulin. Because there's
Yeah.
more sugar and stuff contained within the coffee than there is within the espresso. Like,
Okay.
the espresso can't match it because it's orders of magnitude of volume difference. So there isn't as many sugars to break down present in the espresso, so you don't get an insulin spike, which is what's making you tired.
I
Huh.
never knew that. You just blew my mind.
That's exactly what that process is.
Oh, okay.
That's
well,
cool to track in real time, huh?
Yeah. And now you know.
Yeah, weird medical knowledge to just happen to have. What the fuck?
So, Alex,
Welcome to the World Cup
the
episode.
the World Cup. So I try not to. I know you're not stupid. I know you know sports, but I try
did
not to talk.
Finish the game with England and Belgium the other day. I was at
Okay.
Chili's and I saw Belgium score, and I was like, "Fuck!" and had to walk the fuck out of Chili's, and nobody was tracking what the fuck was happening. But Ari and Brandon, who had been watching me watch the game, but none of the employees or people sitting around were like, "What? What?" I was like, "They're fucking out! Fuck you! Fuck you!" I was so heated.
Well, see, that's what
And
I'm saying. Like,
I didn't catch the rest of the game. So I guess they stayed in.
well, both teams stayed in. So what you were
Okay,
watching,
Okay, we're at the points side then.
yeah. So what you were
Okay.
watching was the
That
I
was the
feel-
first game of the round of 16.
Well, no, you weren't watching the round of 16 yet. You were watching just like the point side, and then after that game started the round of 16. Today was the first. Was
Okay. The last
so-
game of the points season. I'm good. Oh, I thought
Here.
they were getting kicked. I was
No, no.
so angry.
Well, let me tell you some stuff before you get not angry. So obviously the first it's called the group stages. So there's like
Yeah.
4 people in your group, and the 2 best people of the group move on. And Belgium and England both moved on. Now, with that said, this week was all the round of 16. Starting Friday is the sweet
Is
this-
illumination.
no, well, yeah.
'Cause
This
it's the
week's
bracket.
this week's the bracket elimination. England played today. They
Yeah, we did.
they almost got eliminated. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Almost.
Like
4-3
oh,
in penalties, dog.
yeah.
It took it 1-1 against Colombia
No, they should have beat
for
Colombia.
90.
You know what Colombia? You know what Colombia?
I don't know.
You know what?
I don't know.
You know what?
I think people sleep on Colombia.
Listen, you know what Colombia did that really tested England, and I kind of liked it. They were fucking aggressive. They were really aggressive.
No, England can't handle hyper aggression.
And
That's why Germany swept so hard last time. It's because they
yeah,
were so fucking aggressive.
you know what I also think? I think England is a very young team, so they're all very dangerous, but they're all hot-headed. Because when you're younger, you don't have that experience. You're hot-headed. A lot of them that haven't really played in a World Cup before, so Colombia was like, well, we're just gonna fucking beat the shit out of them and see if one of them punches us back. And I honestly thought eventually there was going to be a red card, but there wasn't on both sides. There wasn't. It was a good aggressive game, and when I thought it was over, but when Colombia scored to tie it in the stoppage time, it was just.
It was on that stoppage.
Yeah. It was the 94th minute, so it was the 4th minute in stoppage. Like literally,
Okay.
There's only one.
So
only
for viewers who don't know, stoppage time is after regulation play. If the ref feels like a significant occurrence to the scoreboard can occur, they have the ultimate authority to just extend the length of the game. And it's up to 8 minutes each stoppage, and you have up to 3 stoppages. I think.
So,
because I read there was a record on it one time that somebody actually did like 21, 24 minutes or something like that and pulled the game out because the ref kept going stoppage, and that was the longest one recorded.
Well, so in stoppage time, so say, okay, it's the 90th minute. The ref on the side holds up 3 minutes. So you have 3 minutes of play. Now, if the attacking team is attacking with the ball, he'll let it go past the 3 minutes. Now, the things that can happen in that stoppage time to make the stoppage time longer is if people get hurt, if there's substitutions, or if people score and celebrate. So the stoppage time, I think, was 4 minutes, but they extended it to 46 minutes. Oh, no, not 46. They extended it to 6 minutes instead of 4 minutes. Okay. Because Colombia scored in the 94th minute, and they celebrated, and that took probably about 30, 40 seconds to celebrate.
Well, when you see face-offs like that, you can see quick counters. You see it in Rocket League, too. Like, somebody just ties up, they're about to get dunked on.
Yeah.
It's every time. Every team has to be super on their guard. So that's part of the reason for that post-goal stoppage time is to allow the possibility for that quick counter specifically.
I mean,
there's a lot of reasons for good stoppage.
I don't want to stress too much about just this game because there's a lot of other things I want to talk about the World Cup, but I will say this. So, I mean, Colombia pulled a hockey move. They pulled the fucking
94.
They pulled the fucking goalie. They pulled the keeper. The keeper ran up. And so you can't now when I say pull the keeper, he didn't go to the sidelines.
Yeah, no, he runs up and he has to play like a regular soccer player.
Yeah, he was in the box because it was a corner kick, the 94th minute for Colombia.
They pulled him up for a corner?
No, he didn't kick it, but he was in the box, ready to head this motherfucker. They
did. They pulled their fucking goalie. That was excellently done.
And then after that, England though looked really tired in overtime. Luckily, their defense fucking kicked ass because Colombia was just like, "Fuck this," and they just kept going and going and going and going.
England's defense against Belgium had me fucking shook. Did you see that goal go in? I was like, "What do you mean you couldn't stop that? There were 6 of you right there, you motherfuckers!" Fuck.
I think sometimes these players are lazy. But it's hard. It's hard for me.
Sometimes
it's hard for me to say. I'm a viewer and I'm not down on there. So, but anyway, so some of the questions I wanted to talk to you, ask your opinion on about the World Cup. By the way, France is going to win.
Good luck. Good luck. I'd have to look at the bracket again, but good luck because this is a steep card this year.
Oh no, it's pretty good. Definitely look at the bracket because Friday starts the the Elite Eight, and then after that it's the semifinals. So and France plays on Friday against Uruguay. Well, I'm ready for that.
That's gonna be a heavy fucking game.
So
good
the
luck,
one big question I have. Now I have a couple of them, but this is the one big one, and I want your take on this. How important are these is World Cup to the world? Like financially, just more than just
it's not good for the host country.
Well, why do you say that?
Because it actually removes the plausibility of economic development in that specific space later on, look at Lake Placid hosting the Olympics in whenever the fuck that was, 94.
Yeah.
The stadium sits empty. It's still there, and it's dilapidated. Nobody's gone on that property for years, and it's actually actively hampering economic growth in Lake Placid because it sits there and nobody can develop anything there without having to tear the whole thing down and buy the whole property. It's just a mess.
That makes sense now, because after 4 years ago, South Africa was
it's the same problem with the World Cup. People fucking hate that stadium there now, and that was actually one of the major issues South Africa just had major political upset over, was get that fucking thing out of here.
Yeah.
Black Farms was for some reason the other big one, but South Africa gonna do South Africa.
So you don't think, so they say they spend, I don't know, $500-600 million on a stadium. You don't
way
think
north of that, but
okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. What was that?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay, yeah. Say you spend that much money, you don't think the return's going to be higher than that?
No, often it's not, because the people that go on those journeys, they're only there for a small period of time. It's not terribly long, and the money they spend isn't enough. Like, it pays for the excuse me, it pays for building the stadium, but that's about the extent of it. You gonna deep throat that microphone again on camera this time, huh?
Well, okay, so why do they keep having in these countries that have to build stadiums when clearly England, U.S., Canada, South America, like, they all have enough? Like, they're coming here.
That's actually part of the deal. That's why FIFA keeps running into these corruption scandals. It's a publicity stunt to make that country look better for a long haul, like long game.
Yeah.
Interaction with, oh, I need to turn me up. I am way low. What the hell? I'll be right back. This looks like hardware problems.
Mercy. Hardware problems, see? I don't know if we're paused, if we're still rolling, so I'm just gonna keep talking. Hey, the clock behind me is definitely dead, because it's not 9 o'clock.
How about now? That's a little better. Looks like looks like I gotta get right up on it and crank up my. What the fuck? No, I'm just not getting hardware volume. What the hell?
Welcome to Couch on Flyers Slow Jams with Rob Hobbs.
I fucking know, right?
Today's topic is gonna be the World Cup.
Device properties. There we go. Why did that go down to 67? What the fuck? There I am.
Well, hello there.
Jesus.
Well, how we doing there today?
You want to boof and restart?
Let's just keep going. I don't really have too much to...
No, fuck it. Let's ride.
Let's just raw dog this episode.
All right. Fuck it. Raw dog as shit. I'm capped out on yellow. Go ahead and for me.
Continue.
I could probably kick you up a little bit. There we go.
Okay.
But yeah.
So that's I mean, I see it being a big thing in 2012. It's coming to
in when?
Basically 2012. 2020 is coming to North America. So it's Mexico, the United States, and Canada are going to be hosting the World Cup. So which is crazy. By the way, one of the cities that announced that they're going to be doing is Baltimore.
They're trying real hard. That's regular news in the Baltimore Sun.
Well, that would bring a lot to us because we already have the stadium. We don't have to build anything, but you'd
think that, but that would be incorrect.
Well, we can. What about DC? DC's right there. They got a stadium.
Well, no, that's the thing. They'd freak out if they didn't get their own stadium. It's FIFA.
Yeah.
That's part of the whole Wallabaloo.
I wonder where would they build it at? I don't know. There's a lot of areas over there. But anyway, besides the point, a lot of people hopefully people that listen to this don't live in Baltimore. And if you do, I apologize, because Baltimore is a wonderful city with the crime rates really low.
And we're totally getting the World Cup.
Yep.
100%. Just like we got the Olympics.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Well, so anyway, I feel like I feel like it's going to definitely bring money here. I'm feeling great about it. I definitely feel like it's going to help. I think there's a change happening, Alex,
in America.
And this is my theory. Now, I'm not educated. This is just my theory. I feel like, so what do you think the number one sport is in America? Football, right? Like American.
That's declining.
Football. I think in 15 to 20 years, the NFL is going to be third on a list of sports. Now,
soccer, hockey, football.
No, I'm thinking basketball is going to be number one. It's already starting to go towards that way.
You know what? Yeah, you're right.
Basketball. I think the MLS. I feel like soccer is definitely more people
I don't see the MLS at all. I think they're gonna watch international.
You think so? Why? Well, the more people are retiring over there and coming over here, and I feel like there's going to be more soccer fans. But I agree with you, because during the football season,
it'll definitely create auxiliary demand for the MLS, absolutely. But I think the number one sport in America is going to be international football. Keeping it domestic, it'll be like basketball, because you're right there. I don't even know what I was thinking. Probably I don't know. Probably NHL, then like NFL, and then MLS.
I definitely. Well, see, the only problem with the MLS is I agree with you.
It doesn't take itself seriously enough.
It's trying to, but the biggest problem is football is a lot of our sports that we love are during a certain time of the year, and the Premier League starts in September and ends in May. That's a long time period that we love watching sports. It's cold. A lot of the states are colder, so we're inside. We want to go to bars around that time. It's the holiday season. We just want to watch sports around that time. Summertime, we're all at the beach. We want to do more things, and MLS is all summer. So I feel like the soccer fans. I mean, I'll watch 2 or 3 MLS games. I think it's fun, but
that's specifically part of my beef with the MLS. Is that when I say they don't take themselves seriously enough, they don't have the balls to try and look at the NFL like they should.
Yeah.
Because that's a direct competitor of theirs. And they should go, yeah, you know what? No. He should be able to take a fucking knee, god damn it, and just answer the NFL and really capitalize on that counter PR and pull themselves up like that. But they're not. They're not at all. They didn't. I don't think they even considered it. Whereas you hear the stories cross-playing between basketball players and football players all the time.
Yep. It's just it all comes down to a couple of things. But I think the big thing about the NFL collapsing is, I mean, obviously the decline in ratings. The same teams are winning constantly. It's just the concussions. It's crazy to me how other countries play rugby, which to me is a rougher sport than NFL, but they have the intelligence. I'm definitely not going to hit you with my head. Like, I'm not an idiot.
They get their fucking heads out of the way.
Yeah, and like,
because it hurts more. They have helmets on, so there's not as much like, ow, maybe I shouldn't do that.
No,
ow. Like,
you're right.
It's just their dome exposed. And we go, oh, that's barbaric. Like, no, it directly incentivizes the player not to knock themselves actually retarded.
Yeah, well, no.
Because that hurts.
You know what barbaric is? Putting on extra weight in your head and actually hitting people with your head. That's pretty.
Yeah, that's barbaric.
Yeah. But would you rather have your son play soccer than football? I mean, that's just the
Yes.
bottom line.
Yeah.
Football in the South is big, and I understand that. I kind of live in the South. I don't really consider. I know it's the South. I don't really consider deep South, but like football is big, but eventually it's going to die. You can make more money. International soccer players make 10 times more money.
North Carolina is one of 3 states that belong to the deep South.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Maybe
Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Florida wasn't part of the Union yet.
Oh wow. Go Confederates. No.
Wow.
Anyway, but I honestly believe I saw a video. I put it on my Facebook channel. I saw a video. Maybe I'll put it up on the Couch on Fire Facebook channel. But this guy, he's just yelling really loud. But he's saying everything, all the points that I'm just bringing up. He's really bringing it up. He's just like, you know, parents nowadays, they want them to be active and stuff, but they don't want them to hurt themselves. So okay, play baseball. Baseball, unfortunately,
people like going to hang out with each other.
Yeah, baseball is more of a social event, more of a I'm gonna take pictures and let everyone know that. Yeah, no. At least in the towns that I'm around, baseball is just not huge. I mean, maybe New York, maybe San Francisco, but
anywhere with a big orphan population in the 1920s.
But no, I mean, I feel like that was one of my questions that I wanted to ask you. Is I feel like the U.S. is trying to catch up in
international football. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see. Like, because I remember going to high school and like soccer should be bigger. Like, why don't we just play fucking nice with other countries on this? Soccer should be bigger here.
Yeah.
And like it was weird then, and now it's like I can't go a stone's throw without hearing about the World Cup and going, yes, give me the information. I have not looked into this enough for myself right now. I'm busy. But it's bothering me that I'm not watching really bad.
Well, see, like, even people, like, I like the Premier League. There's a team that I like.
I'm Chelsea.
Yeah, same here. Chelsea, go blue all the way. But the thing is, I don't get to see all the games because, unfortunately, there are in England, so they're like 7, 9 in the morning, and they're normally on a Saturday or Sunday, and I work retail, so it's just not plausible. But sometimes I get to see their games, and it's cool. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like soccer will be huge. I just feel like the United States, we're young and we just want to be different. We want to, okay, well, they're doing that. We're going to create our own sports where people hit each other. And don't get me wrong, I fucking love American football.
Did you know that American football, rugby, and soccer all descended from the same blood sport?
What's that? Gladiator?
The thing that is currently called Calciano?
Uh-huh.
Calciano. It's some fucking Italian word there, and then Fiorentina. And it's a 27v27 anything goes blood match with 3 keepers per side on a square.
Really?
Yeah, that's what football was until Oxford standardized it around the time of the Civil War to get the blood out of it and make it a legitimate sport that people would want to, like, buy tickets to go see. Mm-hmm. It was part of a marketing ploy to get the intelligentsia to go do something other than the opera and capitalize on that money.
Oh, wow. I didn't.
Oxford civilized soccer from a literal blood sport, but descendants of that blood sport persisted with what became American football having split off from rugby. Because there was a secondary, it was Oxford, and then it was somebody else big, Ivy League, both co-signed on that football, and then a third school in the Ivy League was like, no, fuck you, we're sticking closer to the original, and standardized rugby out of it. And it was the split from rugby that created American football.
Okay. I can see that. You know, sometimes I wish rugby was a little bit more popular here.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like I played a little bit of lacrosse, and I wish lacrosse was more popular.
I'd much rather lacrosse get picked up.
Well,
mainstream.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know, but like I said before,
like we can joke about the NHL being like kind of a push over to the NBA.
Yeah.
We could joke about the MLS just not having any idea what they're doing to put themselves in proper competition with their actual competition, and then there's the MLL. Like they can't even compete with MLS.
Yeah.
And MLS aren't a thing on the national stage.
College lacrosse is much more different.
Yeah.
Than Major League Lacrosse.
Even NCAA lacrosse still makes MLS look like the NHL.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah.
Sorry.
I can't. I tried to watch a Major League Lacrosse game. It just did not work out.
No, they're trash, dude. I get angry, and I didn't even play collegiately. But I'm just like, that was a dumb move. Why would you have done that? Oh, shell shock. I forgot. You're in the Army. Like, that's how I feel. And I can't talk. I'm a veteran, too. Like, fuck.
Well, okay, talking about the players, okay. Do you think it's a burden to be a star player on a country team, not an international team, like Cristiano Ronaldo, all those people that people know, but like look at them, okay? So Cristiano Ronaldo is the star player for Portugal. Lionel Messi was the star player for Argentina, but that's really all they had. They might have had one or two semi-good players, but
the Scottie Pippins, who nobody remembers.
Yeah, I mean, do you think it's a burden because, like it seems like the whole weight's on your shoulders. So how can you concentrate? How can you focus when the whole country is on your shoulders? And it's like
a whole nation, their government and everything.
Well, yeah,
rides on those dicks.
Yeah, because imagine if you won the World Cup, how much money that would bring profit-wise. People would be drinking with blood in the alleyways. I mean, this would be
like instant spending burst. It's great for those countries' GDPs and the whole works because it's an instant spending burst out of the celebration of having won. Like, of course they're gonna feast. They won.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, I mean that's
so they have a feast and it creates this. It's a good thing for the country that wins. It's not a good thing for the country that hosts.
Yeah. Russia was doing well, playing wise, but like we talked about earlier, the financial, just building those buildings, and then now they're just gonna be left there.
Well, it's Russia. They're gonna probably put gay people there or something. Fuck.
You mean missiles? No, we don't want to talk about that. That's fine.
No. Let's talk about the actual gulags that are gay conversion camps in Chechnya. That's a thing.
Oh my god!
Did you not know?
I did not know this.
Yeah. So the World Cup.
Yeah, the World Cup. There you go. I just would say this. I feel like everybody that's in the United States should just give the World Cup a chance. It's soccer. I understand that. It's not like our number one sport. It's always been in the back burner for us. But just seeing the celebrations just really gets me going. Like, just the fact that, dude, if you saw the video of London, like, flipping out, I mean, they're doing drugs tonight. They're doing everything tonight.
They've already flipped over and burned cars. Like,
yeah,
that's just Manchester.
it is upsetting because the United States isn't in it, and I feel like if the United States, because the women's team I think won the last World Cup, but if the men's team would ever make it to the finals, I feel like that would really
I
push
don't think
us.
that'll ever happen.
I don't think so. Well, not. I think it will. The reason why I don't think it will happen soon is because all of the talent. We don't really have a talent. You know, soccer's not huge here, but eventually, like our generation, our kids are going to start playing soccer, and then their kids are going to start playing soccer instead of football.
We're seeing that right now, and that's part of what's creating the drum for the World Cup here in the States, and why I can't go anywhere without hearing about it. Is that has already played out at this point.
Yeah, and then those kids are going to grow up, and there's going to be like, because you understand, when you're 14 years old, you can be signed as a pro in international soccer.
Yeah.
Like, you can be signed at 14 years old. Here, to be in the NFL, you got to graduate college. If hopefully you haven't had any concussions, to be honest with you.
If you're extra special, a team might pick you up in a free draft recruiting binge straight out of high school. But you're going to third string, and that's going to be your only position ever.
And then baseball, oh my God, it'll take you forever. Sometimes you got to play minor league for 6-7 years. And unless you're like the best player in the world, you're not going to play until you're like mid-20s or late 20s. And that's just baseball. And then now basketball, there is a better shot. They did make a rule, I think, that they still want you to at least get 2 years of college in. Before, they used to just draft you away from high school.
Yeah.
But it's smarter for them because if I didn't go to college, LeBron James didn't go to college. Now if he breaks his leg or something, no one cares. He's got all the money in the world. But imagine his rookie season, he hurt himself. What do you do and you can't play basketball? What do you do for the rest of your life? Go back to college?
Yeah, honestly, like the person's just ruined at that point.
Yeah, at least get an associate's degree. Jesus, do something. But yeah, 14 years old, you get picked up by if I remember correctly, it's like an academy for club teams, and then
the international club teams.
Yeah, and then you start training, and then you play for the under-18 World Cup that they have, or the under-18 Euros, and you just start playing. And now, look at them now. They're all like 19, 20 years old. I think the average age for England, I'm only basing a lot of stuff off the England game because I literally just watch it. But the average age for a lot of, the average age for a lot of these soccer players are like, I don't know, mid-20s, early 20s. There's a couple players that are still out there that shouldn't even be walking right now, but they're so
at the ripe old age of 26.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think Diego Costa. He used to play for Chelsea. He plays for Spain. They got eliminated. I think he might be in our age. So this is kind of crazy.
He's one of the elders, though. He's considered an ancient to them.
Yeah, and one of the what is that called? What is that?
The great eldritch ones that descend from the sky.
Yes. Just appeared out of nowhere.
Timeless a thing it was.
Someone kicked a ball into a big pile of smoke when he came out. I don't know where I was going at with that one. So.
Well, that looks like a good stop to the episode.
Oh, yeah. This one, I just really, I like the World Cup. I think it's great. I feel like everyone should definitely check it out.
Let's go red and white. England for the win.
France. Let me see if you're cool.
I'm going to drive down there to fight you.